안녕, 하세요. Hamilton Nidia Bungao. Hi. Um, in my second day of learning Korean, what a busy day. Actually haven't had a lot of time to learn Korean today, but I wouldn't let Ashley beat me up for taking that as an excuse, so I didn't. I've been at PATH program all day today, and so I've come back to my grandma's because I got my practical driving assessment tomorrow, and I fit in a nice cheeky half hour of Korean and tried to jam pack some into it, which is hard because I learnt that a few things that I learnt yesterday aren't necessarily true. Like, I was half correct, but not entirely. So with the formal and informal greeting from yesterday, 안녕 doesn't just mean hi, its actual meaning is peace. So that's how Korean people say hello to each other. They say, peace, I'm Hamilton, nice to meet you. And that's a little thing they put on the end of their greetings, not in a formal context. Bunga is an informal context, so that's what I'll be using for introductions to the videos. But if you were to do a formal greeting to someone and want to say nice to meet you, what you would be saying is 안녕, 안녕 하세요, Hamilton, 반갑습니다, which is the formal way of saying bangawo, which I much prefer bangawo. I can see why it's the informal way of saying things. That's way easier. But that's just clearing up what I got from yesterday. What was today's big thing? So today's big lesson was introducing your name just as a standalone sentence, not as greeting someone and introducing yourself as your name and saying nice to meet you. If someone was to ask you, hey, what's your name? It taught me today how I would respond back, and also taught me how to ask someone what's their name. So if I was to ask someone what's their name, I would say 이름이 뭐이니랴? Idiom, name, subject marking particle, what, nidia is, what is, and then topic relating name. Cool. So that's another thing I've learnt today as well, is Korean sentence structure and grammar is really weird. So what they'll do often is the first word of their sentence will be marked with I, which is their subject marking particle. It's like a syllable that they'll add on to say this is the subject of the sentence. So if I'm saying 이름이 뭐니랴, I'm asking what is your name, but the way, if I was to Romanize it in English, how I'm saying that is name is what I'm asking, what is yours, right? So that's how they do their sentences, or their or at least this is my understanding so far anyways. When Korean people are talking, they're often starting off by introducing the topic of that sentence and then following through on the rest of it. So questions often start with their punchline, if that makes sense. You know, questions will start with what they're inquiring about, and then the rest of the sentence will go on to describe what the full question is, which I think is really cool. Or at least it's just different, right? And the big part of why I chose to learn a new language as a skill was because something I know from studying linguistics, or basic studying of linguistics, is that being able to speak a different language, because if you think about it, you think in English because English is your natural way to speak. But people who speak in different languages literally think in different ways purely because they've got a different language to think in. So a big thing I remember hearing about with linguistics and the ways you think and perspectives and whatnot is because Russian and German languages are really quite hard and masculine languages, they encourage much more harsher and ruthless and masculine ways of thinking. So whilst part of Russia's identity is that hard as fuck kind of nation comes from the fact that they are legitimately hard as fuck, a big part of why they are hard as fuck is because their brains are wired to think in hard as fuck ways. And so I'm not sure how the Korean language gears them to think. If we can base anything off their society, I guess it means that they're really tech savvy. So hopefully I'll be able to pull apart computers with ease once I've mastered learning this. But that's my ultimate goal, is I kind of, as I learn through this, I want to understand the ways and self-reflect a bit on the ways in which I think differently as I learn the language. So big part of today, if I was to ask you, I'm asking, what is your name? And if you wanted to respond, if I was going to respond to that question, I would say, J idiom nidia Hamilton. So yeah, no, it's just Jadium Nidia Hamilton. Because there's no topic marking particle in that sentence. There you go. That's something I took away from the video and remembered afterwards and caught myself up on. So I must be learning something. And tomorrow in the lesson, what do we learn? There's more into introductions and formal ways of asking introductory questions. I'm not sure how long introductions are going to last and how much I can chunk through, because now I'm kind of time committed to lots of stuff for the next 3 weeks. But I'm pretty sure I can at least chew through half an hour of Korean every day. And even if at the end of 30 days, all I learn is to master introductions and maybe a few other topics from what they got past then, I don't really care how far I get. I just want to keep doing this because I imagine I'm probably going to keep doing this well past 30 days anyways. I've always wanted to learn Korean. It's just a big kick up the ass I needed. So I'm going to keep banging on in it. Thanks for watching. Or you don't have to watch, even if you don't want to watch. I don't really fucking care. This is just a way of keeping myself accountable. But yeah, have a good one. See you tomorrow. Dango!